Sunday morning in London, the folks who will be at Wembley get a game with two teams on the right side of 500. And that may be a first or close to it. I know for a long time, the London games ended up being between one or two losing teams. And
It's
the Jaguars are
amazing.
usually one of them, but both of these teams are having good years. The Rams are favored by 3. Puka Nacua, I don't know that he's going to go or not. I didn't practice on Wednesday. I'm amazed he came back to the game and played on Sunday when he had that ankle injury in the first half in Baltimore. But with or without him, hey, the Rams have something going on. The Jaguars have something going on. Again, the Rams favored by 3 with an over-under of 44.5. 84%, excuse me, of the spread money is on Jacksonville. Are you?
I am not on Jacksonville here. I like Jacksonville. I do, you know that. But I don't know. The Puka Nacua thing is a pretty big deal. Okay, I will say that. And it does, influence my how many points are going to be there available on the board. But one thing I'll say, Matthew Stafford has been a little off. I think the offense has been a little off with the Rams altogether. I think this is the week they kind of get it straight. The Jaguars will give you opportunities to make big plays. The Jaguars are kind of feast or famine. The Jaguars are either going to go for the jugular and try to get a turnover, or you got a chance to hit their jugular and make a big play yourself. So I think that's what I worry about a little bit in this one. I look at this one here to think, yeah, this is a get back on track game for the Rams offense. The other aspect is the Rams defense is still really good. It's really good. And they're their struggles on the defensive side of the ball, really to me in 2 games were the Colts game and the 49ers, where they just were picked apart all over the field. I don't think the Jaguars offense or Trevor Lawrence can do that to the Rams quite yet. I don't think they're at that level of execution. Because of that, I'm going to go Rams 34-24. Maybe it's a little closer if Puka doesn't play, but I'm picking the score as if he's playing in this one right now.
Yeah, I got 28-24 Rams. Look, we know the story on Trevor Lawrence, and even though the Monday night game against the Chiefs adjusted the narrative a little bit, we saw it against the Seahawks on Sunday. We saw opportunities to be had for the Jacksonville Jaguars, and it's not just Trevor Lawrence. I don't want to pick on him. Brian Thomas dropping a ball, it seems like once a week.
Yeah.
They can't really get into a good groove with how to use Travis Hunter. That's becoming more and more, I think, of a glaring factor as we get deeper into the season. He's split between offense and defense. If they would just go all in one way or the other, they might be better off. Make him a full-time receiver and then maybe sprinkle him in on defense. Let him flourish. Let him develop as a pass catcher. But I just think the Rams right now, they know the stakes. They lost a game 2 weeks ago that they should have won against the 49ers. They've handled this travel the best way possible, stay in Baltimore, a little camaraderie, a little bonding, and also this factor, if Puka doesn't play. I remember after Calvin Johnson retired, it was almost like Matthew Stafford got better because you lose your security blanket, you got to open up the rest of the offense.
Yeah.
And they've got the guys. They've got Devontae Adams and Tutu Atwell and Jordan Whittington and 7th-round rookie Konate Mumfield, who I think could do some things if he has favorable matchups. And they have tight ends that can get done. They got Kyron Williams for crying out loud.
That's right.
They're a very balanced team, and I think they're better right now than the Jaguars, and I think they'll be able to pull it off.
I agree. I agree with you there. Yeah, I will. And I hear what you're saying about the Calvin Johnson thing. I do think, though, this is not quite as extreme as that, right? That was like, oh my gosh, it's him or nothing else in such a way. They now with the Rams are like, hey, we feature Puka, but if you go too far taking him away, we got all these other guys, to your point, that we attack with, where, it felt like back in the days with Calvin Johnson, they still forced the ball to him, even though a team might try to take him away, right?
Here's what I'm curious about. We got to move on to the next game. But, we saw Puka basically step into what had been the Cooper Kupp role in the offense. If Puka's not there, the obvious is Devontae Adams, but could it be somebody else who is the guy who is given it almost seems like there's one guy for whom these plays are schemed and that guy's in that spot. Could it be Jordan Whittington? I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think it's just Devontae Adams, and they are the king of they are a team, lots of window dressing. I'm looking over here, but I'm really, the whole play is for this one guy over here. They're very good at that, and I think it will be Devontae Adams if Puka's not available, Mike. Yo, homies, it's time to watch some games. That's right. We're on to the NFL season here with Chris Simms Unbuttoned.
Hit subscribe to get our weekly picks, Sunday night recaps after every game, and much, much more.
Thanks for watching. Peace out, homies. Remember, subscribe. Peace out.